Change rarely feels like a victory when you're the one going through it. It feels like loss, like shedding a skin you once lived in, like stepping into a room where the walls are familiar but you are not. And somehow, in the middle of this quiet, necessary evolution, you start saying sorry. Sorry for outgrowing old conversations. Sorry for needing clearer boundaries. Sorry for no longer tolerating what once drained you. Sorry for seeing life differently than you did before. Sorry for becoming someone who doesn't fit the old script. But here's the truth. Gentle, simple, steady. You don't owe anyone an apology for your becoming. 1. Change is not disrespect. It is alignment. The Stoics teach that life is motion, a river, never still. To resist your own growth is to resist nature itself. Yet many people prefer the version of you that bends, that breaks, that doesn't question. They call it loyalty, but it is really convenience. Do not shrink so someone else can stay comfortable. Do not apologize for following the truth you were born to live. Alignment sometimes looks like distance. Peace sometimes looks like silence. Healing sometimes looks like letting go of who you thought you had to be. 2. You're not difficult. You're just different now. Growth doesn't always look graceful. Often it looks like confusion, like quiet evenings where you question everything. Like small decisions that feel heavier than they should. But the weight isn't from the change. It's from the resistance. You are not cold because you stopped chasing people. You are not selfish because you protect your time. You are not distant because you've learned to sit with your own silence. You are not changed in the way they fear. You're simply rooted now. The old you was surviving. The new you is choosing. And that difference will always unsettle those who benefited from your uncertainty. 3. You do not owe anyone the older version of yourself. People often ask you to stay the same because your growth exposes their stillness. When you resigh, it forces them to look at their own unmade decisions, their unhealed wounds, their avoided truths. So they ask for the old you back, not because it was better, but because it was easier for them. But you cannot return to a self you've outlived. You cannot unsee what your soul has witnessed. You cannot unknow the cost of self-betrayal. And you should not apologize for refusing to go backward. 4. Change with grace, but without guilt. Growth does not have to be loud. It doesn't need to be defended, explained, justified. Let your evolution be a quiet certainty, like a tree reaching for more light without asking the forest for permission. If someone misunderstands you, let them. If someone resents your growth, release them. If someone accuses you of becoming different, smile gently because you know the truth. You didn't change to hurt anyone. You changed to stop hurting yourself. Stop apologizing for the chapters you've outgrown, for the boundaries you've built, for the peace you've chosen, for the wisdom you've earned. You are not meant to stay frozen in a version of yourself that kept you small. You are allowed to evolve even if others preferred your past. Change is not a betrayal. It is an unfolding, a homecoming, a quiet, powerful act of self-respect. And the world may not thank you for it, but your future self will.